Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate, and if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Ashu, Obatala, to the Agun Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. Okay guys, let's jump into your spread. Your first card out is the Eight of Cups. Then you have the Magician in the upright, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Fool rounding out the spread in the reverse. Okay, at the top of the deck you have the Eight of Swords, and then at the bottom of the deck you have the Empress. Okay, so this reading, there's a lot. There's a lot going on in this reading. You have three major arcana: Magician, Fool, Empress. Your two most important cards in the spread are the Eight of Cups and the Magician. So it looks like you got to walk away from something that seems to be a crutch, okay? In order to manifest a power, all right? There's something great, something very great about you. And the crutch could be anything. This could be a personality trait. It could be, and by that, when I say personality trait, it could be something that you've assumed into your personality in order to make up for something you felt like you were lacking, okay? Or this could be, for some, an addiction, because we do have the Empress here, right? A comfort zone, depending on what your comfort zone is, whether it could be alcohol, drugs, or the wrong types of people, something like that, all right? In order to manifest a power or this unique thing inside of you, you gotta move away from something. The weird thing about it is I feel like there's like a back and forth energy a little bit about the responsibility of it all. I feel like pressure, right? So with the Eight of Cups, that is Saturn and Pisces. So there is an energy of a restriction, a limitation, something that I can't do, right? With the Eight of Cups. The other thing is that if you were to do that and focus on whatever it is that needs to be done, you end up finding the missing ingredient to something. Some of you guys are missing something. I don't know if you're a cook or whatever, if you do something creative or anything like that, there's something that you can add to what you do to give it a pop. And if you were to change your focus, it would allow you to find that missing ingredient. Now, for others of you, the Mercury energy of the Magician and the Eight of Swords, okay, because this is Jupiter in, is it Jupiter in Pisces? No. This is, Jupiter in Gemini. Sorry, Mercury. Jupiter in Gemini, and then this is, Mercury or Gemini governs the Magician. This power is trapped. Sorry for all of that. I was just trying to get my zodiac signs and everything right. Whatever the power is inside of you is trapped, all right? And it could be trapped from mental stuff, too much doubt, manipulations by others, being manipulated by other people, other situations. But for a good portion of you, there is an aimlessness that's going on with the Fool in reverse. Like, this is, I don't want to take responsibility. I missed an opportunity. I think some of you are aware of who you are and what you could be or what you are being asked to be. And for you, it could feel like too much. It could be like, that thing you're talking about giving up. I actually like that a lot. I don't want to give it up. But you should. You should. There's something about you and there's an opportunity for you that you should not miss. You shouldn't miss. The only reason why I feel like you would miss it is like your own willfulness of like, I'm going to believe in my doubts. I like my crutches. I'm going to keep my crutches. That's how you miss it. You don't have to miss this, right? It's like willfully not doing a particular thing. Now, with this back and forth thing is, some of you do believe in who you are or what it is that you do, and you're wondering with the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, why is it not taking off? Like, why is it not doing a particular thing? So I already mentioned in the beginning that there's a missing ingredient. Now, it all depends on what it is that you do, because you could be doing something spiritual, something creative, something of your own endeavor, maybe trying to move up in your company, and yes, they consider you, but maybe there's doubt or something because there's a certain thing you still do. Maybe your manager's like, well, you still kind of turn in your reports late, or you don't show up on time, or something like that, right? If you would just quit doing that, we would take you more serious. And that could be the missing ingredient. You know, it could just be, you know, changing a pattern, a behavioral pattern, or for some of you, it's like needing to study or to keep going on the journey, even though you may have encountered a failure, right? It's like the minute it didn't work out, or the minute, you know, you really like it, I really enjoy it, but the minute it didn't give me what I thought it should at the moment that I thought it should, I just stopped. I stopped. And you should definitely keep going. There is a strong creative energy here, especially when you have the Empress here. So some of you are artists, designers. Others of you, this is something very spiritual. Very, very spiritual. Okay? And for some, you're going to take responsibility and leadership in areas other than the ones that I just mentioned, right? But you have to accept this responsibility. Whatever your talent is, wherever you're being called to, it carries a responsibility. And if you do it right, like follow your intuition, cut out the things that it's telling you to cut out, and this is probably why some of you are afraid, it's going to cast you into a very bright, otherworldly light. Okay? And some of you may already know that. I think you could feel like I'm a big deal, or what I'm doing is a big deal. And, you know, if I end up in this stage of life, in the spotlight of something, I won't be able to continue on doing a particular thing. Now, this is, you could also, it's funny, because I keep feeling these contrasting energies, like that contradict each other, but actually make sense. You need to take yourself seriously, but not take yourself seriously so much that you psych yourself out, right? Some of you are psyching yourself out because you feel like, I'm going to be, you place whatever title, that thing, and I'm different. I'm not going to be able to be myself. It's like, yes, you can. You can still be yourself. You're just being more aware, like more conscious of, you know, the way the Saturn is playing in the background of what I can and can't do. Like, you just have to be a little bit more. See, the Fool in reverse is, I don't care. You know, I want to be my crazy, pizzazzy self. You know, I don't care if I offend anybody and all that kind of stuff. And actually, you should care, because of the amount of power you wield. You sort of change people's minds, or you make them think about things in a particular way, that if you're not being conscious of how you're delivering a message, because there could be messaging here, you know, there's communication when you get Mercury energy. This also gives me like translating. You know, if you translate something in a way that isn't conscientious or mature, you know, you could hurt people. You could hurt people. And maybe that's the part that you're afraid of. But I think you would be less afraid and would understand your path and your calling more if you would just leave all the old stuff alone. Like, the more I understand what I'm doing, it's like, I know how I need to deliver the message. I know what I'm saying. I can still maintain my individuality and different things like that. I'm not losing myself, you know? Because the Fool could also be saying that you're lacking humor. And the thing is, the joke could be, I can't believe it's me in this position. Of all people that got to do this particular thing, it's me. Isn't that funny? Kind of thing, right? So that's what I'm saying, where you need to take yourself seriously enough to do something to beat the doubt, but also find the humor in it that, yeah, it's me. Isn't it funny that it's me, that I'm doing that? Yeah, okay? Now, as soon as you let this thing go, I mean, this is It'll be a big deal for some of you. This magician energy, you're very talented, very, very skilled. I don't know what it is that you do. Like I said, it could be a creative endeavor, spiritual endeavor, even scientific, you know, very, like even here, I feel like there are different processes and things that, like an alternative way of doing something that you're going to either discover for yourself or teach other people how to do, a new way of doing something. And you're going to find this out once you just give it more attention, right? You're going to produce a lot. See, with the Empress and the reverse, there are so many things inside of you that are going to keep coming out as the years go on, that the doubt and the fear is stopping things you're not even aware of. You're like, because you stay in your comfort zone, you lack the awareness of how many different things you can do. Yeah, don't be so afraid. Don't be so afraid. Now, one block that I'm kind of seeing is like a childhood block. So when you get the Empress and you get the Fool, there's a mother-child energy here. Now, this could have something to do with your mother, or it could literally have something to do with something that happened to you in your upbringing. And you could have produced characteristics or behaviors in order to pacify a hurt, a trauma, or, you know, to make up for something that you felt like you were lacking. Yes, that's there. Some of you are very talented, but you didn't like the way you grew up. And you felt like I always needed help because of these crutches. Didn't have enough or something like that. Or maybe when you were younger, you actually had, maybe you could have had a disability that you grew out of, or you have some sort of, could have been an impediment. Like some of you could even have like a speech impediment when we're dealing with the Magician and the Eight of Swords, you know? It reminds me of, who was it? You know, the story of Moses, and I don't know if it was Moses or Aaron who had the speech impediment. Right, I think it was Moses. And he was saying, you know, my brother Aaron speaks better, you know, you should ask him to do it. And God was like, no, you gonna do it. You know what I mean? So there are things that you feel like it can't be me. Look at me. You know, I got this issue. I got this problem. I'm not the one to give the message. I'm not the one to discover this. I'm not the one to take the position. And life is saying, yes, you're perfect. You are exactly who we need, not the other person, not somebody else, not for you to say like, you know, no, I just won't get involved, pass the buck on to the next person. No, take this up. You're going to like that you took this up. You need to discover this about yourself, whatever this is. Okay? Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, see, all of this energy, especially with your majors, is about to be an unveiling. There's an unveiling happening. When you get Mercury, these two cards, the Mercury energy into the Piscean energy here, this is unveiling power, displaying some form of talent. But too many doubts will have you holding back your own gift. Even when you get Uranus energy in the Pisces, it's intuitive, unveiling intuitive powers and gifts. That's what I'm saying. For some of you, this is a spiritual ability. Others of you will be creative. Others of you is scientific or technological. You will find an alternative way of doing. And yeah, like I said, like creativity is cinema. Okay. Yeah. You're going to find your missing ingredient as soon as you take yourself serious, but also be lighthearted enough to not worry or burden yourself with how much responsibility it is. All you really need is to be aware of how you either speak or behave. But see, the thing is, there is a behavior you should definitely walk away from, because when you continue to do something, you do it so much you can't hide it. And I don't think that that's what the divine could be asking you in this particular thing. It is stop doing it so that the behavior doesn't even pop out or peek out, you know, when you're doing the thing you have to do. There's something that does have to stop, right? What, you know, I don't know. You would know. I don't know what it is. This is what the energy I get from the Fool in reverse. Just be willing to let it go. Take it serious, but not so serious that you become so afraid that you just don't do anything. Okay? All right, guys, that is what I have for you. So if the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. And if you want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys, see you.